Hey guys, not a new release, but a tutorial. Since a few of my fans on Instagram and TikTok and even on my Discord daily, they ask me, hey Shiny, how do you make your drums sound so good? And I will kinda show you how you can get from this to this. It's the same samples, like everything is the same, the shakers, the amen break, and I will show you how you can make it sound so crisp. So let's start with the amen break. And you see there's a lot of stuff on it, but it's not that much. I just love to use more equalizers. So I have, let's say, more structure in my songs. You can do all of this in just one EQ or in two, but I use more because later in the process, I rename them. Like, let's say, space for kick as example. And when trying to mix later, I just find the stuff faster. So don't worry about it. It is not that much as you think. So let's disable everything and listen to the sample loop. Oh, my bad. All right. Just a normal aim break, nothing special. I did chop it a bit so it fits the song. But yeah, nothing special at all. The first step I always do is when I have a main aim break, I add imager to it. I use the old Ozone 8 imager because I don't know, I'm used to it. You can use a new version. I have all of them, but I just use the old version because I'm just used to it. So don't worry about it. I have everything on max, so I can create a stereo field out of the mono file. And what I did next is just add a utility tool to add a bit more stereo whiteness, just a slight touch of chorus to make it like sound morphy, add more stereo and even more stereo, reduce the gain, because it's way too loud. Sounds about the same, just you have stereo now. And what I did here is just make space for the kick, remove a mode. A mode is something that is pretty loud, like this. Maybe you don't hear it because you don't have trained ears, but that's not a problem. I did hear it and it was kind of disturbing to me. So maybe you can hear it. It's really annoying. So I just removed it completely. It's still a bit there, but that's fine. What I did here, I made space for the kick while keeping a little bit of stereo depth into the lows. Here, I reduced a bit of the impact of the snare and reduced a bit of highs. The problem with aim and breaks is they have a lot of highs and they can be pretty annoying when you layer more arm and breaks because I think it's a matter of taste, but at the end, the tracks, especially breakcore, breakbeat, jungle, or atmospheric drum and bass, they have a lot of noise when you finish them. And the one side of the people like this noise, the other side don't likes it. I'm in the middle of it. I do like it, but I hate it at the same time. So I try to reduce a bit of noise in the aim and breaks because in my project, the synthesizers have the noise, and I want to focus the noise on my synthesizer instead of my drums. So that's why I removed a bit of highs. Um, Here, I removed a bit of lows again to make sure I have space for the kick. And that's it. Now we go to the next layer. Is the same loop, the same processing, The difference is we can just remove this. The only difference is we changed the lows. We removed a bit more because I wanted to have transients. So we have back a bit of the highs. Why do I want highs back? Why did I even remove them here? Later in the track, um, I will add this as a layer. It will not always be there, but when there's parts where I need more drums or like more of something, I just add transient so the overall drums sound more like noisy. So that's a thing that comes later into the track. It's not always there, so don't worry much about this. And you don't have to do it on your own tracks. We have the echo, which is very important for me because it fills the empty gaps. Sorry for the jump scare. What I mean by gaps is like when you hear this, and then later when more melodies come in and stuff like that, can add some depthness into the drums. It just fills the empty holes, you know? When you start a track, the track usually starts more calm, and later you can like add more stuff to fill the emptiness of the drums. So it's a thing I like to do. And it's pretty similar. Like it follows the same processing, but at the end of the chain, we have a delay. We have a side chain that is synced with the kick. So when the kick hits in, it will press or compress the aim and echo down. And we have a bit of equalizing, and we have a panner which pans the audio signal left and right. It sounds just better for me. You don't have to use a pan, but I do like it. Here, we have just a layer that is using a panner as well. And that's it. We're done with the aim breaks. Next is we have a lot of shakers. Why are there so many? Usually you can just use one shaker sample if you want and shape it to the sound you like, but I do use like many of them just to layer them. It's it's my style. I like to do it. Let's listen. Yeah, basically just some shakers. This is very important. It's transient. I like transient in the shaker, so I have a high signal. But yeah, there's nothing special at all. I have those samples from Splice. Some of them are resampled by songs I like. So you can do whatever you want there. In my opinion, I like shakers because they give a bit of crisp to the song. Let's listen without shaker and with shaker. See, it sounds completely different. There's like crisp in the drums now, which I personally really like. About the kick, it's just a normal kick sample. I did resampled it from one of my older techno songs I've created like 8 years ago. And just a little bit of glue compression, equalizing so it doesn't sound boxy. By boxy, I mean feel basically very boxy. And those mid highs or those mids, more like mids, they can, let's say, break your synthesizers later or your drums. It just don't sounds good to me. So did a bit of equalizing so it doesn't sound boxy. Yeah, that's it. That's how you create drums. It's crazy, the difference. Just a bit of equalizing, sterilizing, and that's it. I mean, this sounds good as well, but it's more old school. And I mean, it's 2025. And yeah, I like old school, but I like the modern style of breakbeats as well. So that's it. All right. I hope this helps someone have fun making music. Bye bye.